You can see how fucking messy my bedroom is, god damn it. No! Oh no! It broke! No! Oh! Longhorse, I'm so sorry. Hey, SpongeBob boy. Hey, you've got a fucking horse on my arm, SpongeBob.
Hey, Mr. Krabs, what the fuck is going on here? Mr. Krabs.
Hey, that's pretty funny, Mr. Krabs. What the fuck am I doing? Would you go inside of my arm? Hey guys, it's Tim, Mr. Freak Show, whatever the hell you want to call me, and this is the long-awaited tutorial on how you, yes you, can make your very own Longhorse puppet at home. That's right folks, it's finally here. I'm sorry this took so long, it's only been 5 years, I think. If you want to know why this took so long, it's because A, I'm very busy. For the past 5 years I've been attending college, and that takes up a lot of my time. I'm also incredibly lazy, and I just couldn't be arsed making this video. But on top of all that, I'm also very stupid, and I forgot that I had to do this, so yeah. But yeah, here we are. Longhorse is finally getting his own tutorial video. He's very happy about it, as you can see. Oh, he's a very happy boy. Yeah, oh, Jesus Christ. So a lot of people have been asking how exactly I made Longhorse. Oh, your head's a bit messy there, buddy. How exactly I made a Longhorse. And it's really, really easy. Literally anybody can do this if you have the right materials. So, to start off with, the head is a plastic prop unicorn skull, because that's all I could buy at the time I was making him. I wanted to get like a prop horse skull, but this is all I could find. And it's basically the same thing. It just had a big horn in the middle of it, and I had to take that off. In fact, if you actually look, you might be able to see there's a hole in the head where the horn used to be. And we were actually thinking of maybe putting something in there, because according to Trevor Henderson himself, the creator of Longhorse, he apparently smells like cinnamon, and we were planning on putting a little scent thing in here that made him smell like cinnamon, but we decided not to do that, because I might fuck up the costume, and it might be difficult to get it in there since I've glued all this down. So, yeah. Now, the skull I bought was this kind of black, glossy material, and I had to get rid of it, so I sprayed it on with white spray paint, which, in hindsight, wasn't a good idea. I didn't know how to do stuff like this back in the day. I've learned a lot more about how to paint stuff now. What I should have done was sand it, then prime it, then do the white. I think the only reason I didn't prime it was because I didn't have any primer, but I definitely should have sanded it down. In fact, if you actually look, you can see, hold on, let me turn my light off here so you can see it better. If you look, you can kind of see little specks of black underneath the skin, and that is because the paint didn't completely adhere to the material because I hadn't sanded it. So make sure you if you're going to use the same thing I did, which I'll leave a link in the description to the exact skull I got if I can find it. It might not be there anymore, it's been a few years, but if I can find it on the website I bought it from, I'll leave a description. It is a UK site, but I think there is a US version of the website. But yeah, if you're going to use the one I used, make sure you sand the material down first before painting it. Now, another thing I had to do was, of course, remove the lower jaw of the unicorn skull. It was attached, and I think I still have it somewhere. I would go get it, but like I said, I'm very lazy, so I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered. So that's basically the head. That's what I did for the head. I removed the jaw, painted it. The teeth here are actually the original white paint that I used. Then came the challenge of skin. Now, I didn't really know what to do at first. I had some spandex downstairs from an old costume I never ended up making. I was thinking maybe using that, but my mum suggested a pair of tights. So we bought these white tights off some website cheap, but I don't fucking know what it was. And we basically put Longhorse's head on my hand. Oh, and that reminds me, I completely forgot to mention this, but we had to Dremel a hole in the back of the head for my hand. My brother helped me out with that because he's more skilled with the Dremel than I am. Weirdly enough, the Dremel we bought had these spinning disc bits that were essentially made of like solid sandpaper, I guess. They were like really brittle, they broke really easily, so while we were doing this we both had to wear goggles to make sure the shit didn't fly into our eyes. We ended up going through I think 3 bits before we finally got the thing done. It was weird. So yeah, make sure you drill a hole in the back of this and make sure it's big enough for your hand to go into, because if it's too small then you're completely screwed. And you also need to be really careful because the plastic can be kind of sharp. You might want to either sand down the plastic so it's not sharp, or put something in the head to make it softer. I usually wear a glove when I'm wearing the costume. I'm not wearing it now for some reason. I'm really stupid. So yeah, basically we stuffed Longhorse. We put the head on my hand, and then we stuffed it inside the stocking, and then cut out holes for the eyes, nose, and the teeth. And if you actually look at the eyes and the nose here, originally, I think if I remember correctly, I didn't paint these bits. So they were the original. No, actually, no, I did paint them, but I used a gloss black paint that I had, and it did not work. It gave it this really weird, like, shiny look. So I later went in with some acrylic paint, which is a more matte finish, and I filled them. And I also gave Longhorse little pupils here. These are meant to glow in the dark. I use glow-in-the-dark paint for them, but it doesn't really work all that well, I don't think. Or maybe I just never got a good chance to test it out. I don't fucking know. So once we had the skin done, we were originally going to sew it to the costume, but we ended up not doing that. So as you can see here, there is my armpit. For any people out there who have armpit fetishes. What the fuck? Yeah. So yeah, it's not attachment, so I can actually just wear this without having to wear the hoodie, which is actually good for if I want to do videos where it's just Longhorse, which I sometimes do. I used to do a thing on my Instagram back in 2020 when the pandemic started. I used to do a thing on my Instagram where I'd put on Longhorse and do little skits with him, with like the stay home tag that was on Instagram during that time. It might still be there, I don't know. So once the skin was attached, next came the challenge of hair. Now luckily we had a black wig in the house from many Halloweens ago, so I just used that. I cut it up and hot glued pieces of it to the puppet. I would not recommend doing this unless you actually know what you're doing, which I did not. And the hair is very loose on this guy, and as you can see, it comes off really, really easily. This thing sheds like crazy. There's a big chunk of black hair. There's a massive chunk of black hair on the floor, and it's from Longhorse. So yeah, this guy sheds really easily, which is a problem. One of these days he's gonna just come out of the bag that I keep him and he's just gonna be bald, which is gonna suck. My little man's gonna be bald. Don't want that to happen. So yeah. And next up, of course, is, I'm gonna have to stand up for this, the hoodie. Now this is from an old Sans cosplay I did years ago. It was one of my first, I'm gonna move the chair back, from an old Sans cosplay I did years ago. One of the first ones I did. And you can probably see it, it doesn't fit me anymore. I got this when I was like 13, 14 years old, and I'm now 20, so yeah, you know, in the meantime I've gotten a lot taller, I've also put on some weight, so it doesn't fit me anymore at all, so yeah. But basically, the arm here is full of pillow stuffing from an old cushion I had, and it's just sewed into here. And it's not the best thing ever. I did this bit myself, and I know nothing about sewing or stuffing, anything like that, so it doesn't look very good. But I will admit, the illusion does work. It really does. Because like, there'll be times where I go back and look at the old video of the Longhorse of it, I'm just like, wait, what the fuck? Wait, that's my arm. This is my arm. Like, it kind of blows my mind a little bit, but then again, like I said, I'm very stupid, so it doesn't take a whole lot to impress me. There you have it, folks. That is how you make your very own Longhorse. Now, you probably saw at the start of the video, but I did have a piece of plastic inside the head. And what this did was, anytime I moved it, it would make a crackling noise, like Trevor Henderson said it does, because Trevor said that Longhorse makes a crackling noise when he moves. But unfortunately, it broke. Which is probably for the best. It was very painful to wear. I wore this to college, the previous Halloween, just a couple months ago, and every time I took the head off so I could get my work done, my arm would come out really scratched up. So it's probably a good thing that the plastic broke. And also, getting inside the head was just a fucking pain in the ass. So yeah, this is how you make your own Longhorse puppets. I've kind of been thinking of making a new version, just because I've gotten a bit better at making stuff since then. And also, just, I think I could get maybe a more accurate horse skull head thing, maybe, I don't know. I still love this one, by the way. This Longhorse puppet has a very special place in my heart, especially because Trevor Henderson himself, the original creator of Longhorse and many other creatures such as Siren Head and Cartoon Cat, actually saw my post on Instagram. I mean, it probably helps that I tagged him in it, but yeah, he saw it. And it's unbelievable to me that he saw it and thought it was great. I think it's because like I was the first person to really do like a Trevor Henderson inspired costume for Halloween, and since then more people have done it. Like I've seen someone on Instagram do a Cartoon Cat one, and I think I saw somebody do a Siren Head one, which like that's fucking crazy. Like holy shit. I have a huge amount of respect for people who do that. So yeah, this is how you make your Longhorse puppet. It's super simple and hopefully shouldn't be too expensive. Maybe, I don't know. Depends on what materials you buy. So yeah, I have been Mr. Freak Show. Don't expect any more uploads from me. Kind of sort of done with YouTube. I really only use this channel now for videos that are too long to upload to Instagram, because I like to do skits and short films, and if they're too long for Instagram, I put them here. And other than that, I just made this video because people have been asking for it for a long time, and well, I made a promise long ago that I would do it, so I kind of wanted to do that. I didn't want to disappoint people. I don't like doing that, so yeah. That's all I had to say, really. This has been me, and Longhorse. Bye-bye. That's how he talks.